Great win for us. Great bounce back. I've gone real long. So great win for us. Great bounce back win for us. And glad we secured ourselves a seed and an opportunity to play in Cleveland. And proud of the entire team for our effort tonight.
How was the team feeling about clinching a spot in the MAC tournament?
Did we do that? Are you sure about that? We did?
Right.
Yep. Okay, great.
It feels good to clutch it because now we know where we at in the season. You feel me? Now we know what we could do. You feel me? If we keep putting our foot on the gas and keep playing how the way we playing, we can make a run for it.
Yeah, same thing Wap said. It's time to put our feet on the gas because it's time to get ready for the tournament. So it's good.
Jamal, obviously you shattered your season high in points tonight. How are you feeling as the game sort of went on?
Well, I was feeling good. My team was kept giving me confidence, take care of the ball, help us win the game, and just keep doing the little stuff that I'm doing to help us win.
Your stat line for tonight was 26 and 7. What mentally and physically goes into playing a complete game like that off the bench?
Just make sure I don't get too comfortable on the court. Just keep my composure, keep my team together so we can get the win at the end of the day.
This one's for Rico. You had 6 rebounds, 4 steals, and a block tonight. Can you just talk about the role you've been playing on defense lately?
Just playing hard. Just trying to win, playing hard for my teammates. Just impact and winning, that's it.
4 steals, too.
4 steals? Right.
Impact and winning.
And then tonight you had the second most efficient night out of the team. Can you just talk about finding those high percentage shots and converting on them?
Yeah, I do finishing every day after practice and free throws with my coach, Tommy Lou. So that's it, just really the work I put in. That's it.
Just really aggressive defense overall. A lot of steals on the night, a lot of second chance points, 31 points. For Rico, you and Clyron were in the same lineup a lot and just kind of cleaning up the glass. Is there just a mentality of when you two are in and you may have that size advantage to just get in there and do all the dirty work? Like
I said, man, that's what we do. We some dogs. That's what we do, man. We go to the glass, we hit first, we get offensive rebound. That's what we do, man. That's what we do.
Thanks. All right, fellas. I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Obviously 100 points, or more than 100 points tonight. You beat a team that was higher in the rankings in the MAC tonight. How does it feel to beat a better team in the rankings after bouncing back, or in order to bounce back from the Miami game?
I think it's just good to beat anybody. I mean, I don't know that it matters who you're playing against. It's just good to get league wins. It's good to get wins late in the season. And it's good to be playing well. And, we struggled in January. For a number of reasons, but we struggled in January. It's good for us to be playing well here in February. I think when our building has people in it, it's a much better atmosphere, and we seem to play better at that time of the year. And it's been relatively consistent since I've been coaching here that we play better in February than we do in January. So, it's great to see us continue to develop as a group. And, this is the time you want to be playing well. So hopefully we can keep this going. We have some tough games ahead of us. And I'm glad that I didn't realize that we clinched a spot in Cleveland. So that's good. And hopefully we can continue to play well as we move up there.
Maddox kind of mentioned it with the players, but you guys had double-digit steals. You shattered the rankings and the second chance points and the rebounds. Can you just talk about the hustle that you guys showed tonight?
Yeah, I mean that's what the foundation of our program is built on, defense and rebounding. So, I think one of the things sometimes people wonder, like, how does Mike play as much as he plays? He had 4 offensive rebounds, and I think the start of the game, a lot of those hustle plays are tone-setting plays for how the game is going to go. I think everybody on our roster appreciates just how hard he competes, and those plays are sometimes overlooked because the stat sheet doesn't always show it. Although today, 4 offensive rebounds for a 6-foot guard, those things show it. But, those are energy plays for our whole team. And then the guys coming off the bench, and Cloran's not a bench player, but he's not starting. But he had 7 offensive rebounds tonight in 18 minutes, along with 3 blocks. He's one of the better, if not the best defensive center in the league. He's one of the better ones for sure. And, impacting winning. And he did a great job tonight. He's done a great job all year in his entire career. So I think as the season's winding down, our players' focus has been really, really good. We had a tough loss at Miami. There's no shame in losing that game. It was difficult the way we lost it, but to see our guys respond the way we did against a really good team. Toledo's, the best offensive team historically. Over the last 4 years, they've been incredible offensively. To hold them to 65 points, great job by our guys. They've won the regular season in this league for 4 straight years because they've had consistent, very, very good players and great coaching. So to be able to come out here tonight and perform the way we did, knowing that we hadn't secured, an opportunity to play in Cleveland. So knowing that we still needed to win games, coming off a really difficult loss, I think it speaks to the character of the group. And now hopefully we can continue to build on this. We won our 19th game tonight and our 9th league game. And hopefully we can continue to build over the last 3 games. We have 3 more regular season games. Hopefully continue to get better, have our guys get more confident. And then go up to Cleveland, see where our seed is, see who we play, and hopefully play our best basketball up there.
Earlier in the season, you mentioned a couple comments essentially saying that you weren't going to outshoot and outscore, MAC opponents, and that you're going to have to win the close, low-scoring games.
No, I didn't say low score. I just said close games. We're going to have to win close games.
Right.
Yeah.
But after seeing the offense, have 4 of the last 5 of 90-plus point production games, do you think that is still a true statement for you?
Well, we're still going to have to win close games, which we have done, except for Friday. The other games were close. If we could score 100 points every night, that would be great. But we can't expect to do that. We have to be able to win close games, and we have to be able to win if the game's in the 60s. We have to be able to win that way. And I've been doing this long enough to know that if we expect to score 100 points each night up in Cleveland, that's just not going to happen. I don't think, man. Again, maybe I'm wrong. And if we can do that, that would be great. Believe me, I'd love to score 100 points each night in Cleveland. But I can't remember that ever being done. So, we have to hang our hat on defense tonight. Toledo scored 65 points, which is well under their average. I think they averaged close to 80. You'd have to look that up. And that, to me, is the reason we won. The reason we scored 100 was because we held them to 65. And, again, we're going to play Friday against the best, I think, this year. Akron averages the most points a game in league. If we're going to go into that game trying to outscore them, that's not going to be a great formula for us. We have to try to limit their scoring, and maybe that gives us opportunity to score. We'll see. But, we have to try to grind out games and win that way. If that allows us to score a lot of points, great. And if it means that we have to score in the 60s or 70s to win a game, great. But you have to win close games in March. Maybe they're not all close, but you have to win close games. And we hadn't done that early in league play. The close games we really struggled with. We did that in February minus Friday. We sort of gave that one away. But give Miami credit because they did what they needed to do to win it. And hopefully we learned some things from that. And ultimately, again, we weren't going to win the league because Akron was running away with the league. So what we needed to do was secure ourselves an opportunity to play in Cleveland, knowing that we did that tonight. That's the goal if you're not winning the regular season, and play your best basketball as you head in there. And hopefully, looking at how we've played over the last month, we're certainly playing a lot better than we were early in the year. And that's what we're trying to do. And you can see across the board, each guy is playing. You've been following us all year. Like, each guy's playing better now than they were a month ago or probably 2 months ago. So that's what we're trying to do and build towards the end of the year. That's what everybody tries to do. Not everybody does it, but that's what everybody's trying to do. And hopefully we can keep it going over the next 3 regular season games and then go up to Cleveland and see how we do.
Last one for me is just, what do you hope to have improved upon for the Akron game after knowing how the first matchup went this season?
Well, I didn't think we played with tremendous confidence in that game. And quite honestly, again, I rewatched it that night. We rewatched it as a team. But I didn't think we played with, as I think back to it, I didn't think we were all that competitive. So, I was really disappointed in how we competed that night. That was not, that was unlike the way our team is supposed to compete. Whether we're good enough to have beaten them or not, I don't know. But we didn't really give ourselves a chance with how we competed that night. We're certainly playing better, but we're going to have to compete a whole lot harder on Friday. We're playing on the road it's going to be a hostile. I mean, they have a really hostile environment. They have a great home court. They have a great team. They're 14. Did they win tonight? I don't know. 14. Yeah, they did. 14-1 or 15, I'm not sure what. We've played 15 games, so they're 14-1. They're not losing. They're one of the best teams in the country, and having one of the best seasons in the history of this league. So we're going to have to play really well, like we did tonight. Tonight we played really well, and we're going to have to play really hard to have an opportunity to be in that game. And then if it's close, we're going to have to make some. We're going to have to execute some things, which we didn't do last Friday. So there's going to be a lot of things we have to do well to play, to have a chance on Friday. But win or lose, that game's going to help us for what's the most important time. Like, Friday's a big game because it's our next game, but basketball and football are different. Football, you play that's our rival. I get it. But in football, you play your rival one time. I know we have this wagon wheel that you play Akron for, and that's a big deal. And that's your rival. You play him once. In basketball, first of all, you play him twice. Unless you're playing for the championship, it's a big game because it's sold out. It'll be on TV. But the most important game is, like last year, they beat us in the conference championship game to go to the NCAA tournament. If they had lost to us twice in the regular season and won that one, I think they would have traded the 2 for 1, or vice versa. If we would have won that last one, I would have traded losing to them twice in the regular season for that last one. So it's a big game because it's the next game on our schedule. But the biggest game, if we were to play them in Cleveland, is the biggest game if we do. So we're going to not make it bigger than it needs to be. It's a big game because it's our next game. But we're going to have another one after that on Tuesday and another one after that on Friday. And then hopefully, at some point, if we want to go to the NCAA tournament, we're probably going to be playing them up in Cleveland. And we got to make sure we're ready for that one too.
Can you talk more about remaining locked in on tonight's game, with the big Akron game coming up on Friday? It feels like it's kind of easy to overlook this game.
No, I don't think so at all. I honest to goodness, I'm telling you, again, I just think in basketball, it's completely different. I think for a fan, because I'm a fan of sports too, I can get where a fan would say, I'm overlooking or thinking forward to the Akron game. I don't. I mean, I don't even. I haven't watched a film of Akron since the night after the Akron game. I mean, I watch them, like I watched some of their game against Ohio because it was on TV. But I am straight locked in on the game that we're playing next because that's really all that matters. And I think our guys, again, they follow the scores just like we all do. I think they do. It's those that care. But all that matters is the game in front of you because it's really the only thing that matters. It's different for a fan. It's completely different. And again, I've been here for a long time, so I understand the rivalry as well, if not better than anybody that understands it. But it's just different in basketball. The rivalry matters because, of social media and because it's going to be sold out and it's going to be on national TV. There used to be a time where the game was the last game of the regular season, and a lot of times when it was the last game of the regular season, a lot of times that game determined, it might have been one of the teams was playing for the regular season championship. I remember in 2015, Chris Brewer went length of the floor and won the regular season championship for us by hitting a layup with 2 seconds to go to win the regular season championship for us. Well, not only was it our rival, but that won a regular season championship. When I was an assistant one time for Coach Ford, we won a regular season championship because Anthony Simpson went crazy at their place. So then we came back and won a championship because of that win on the last game of the regular season. It's just, and I'm not trying to take away the importance of the game because I get how important it is, but a regular season game's a regular season game. That game in Cleveland that we lost last year at the buzzer, that had tremendous significance. That sent them to the NCAA tournament. The year before, I think we beat them in the semifinals. That game had tremendous significance when we beat them because that allowed us to play for the champion, to go to the NCAA tournament. The year before that, they beat us in the finals. That had tremendous significance. That sent them to the NCAA tournament. That, to me, is much more meaningful than Friday's game, and that's not to downplay the significance of the game, but it's a regular season conference game that they're winning the regular season MAC, whether they lose to us or beat us. And whether they lose to us or beat us on Friday is going to have zero to do with if we meet them next week or 2 weeks from now up in Cleveland. If they beat us on Friday and then we beat them in Cleveland, I promise you they would trade, right? And vice versa. If they beat us and we beat them, they would trade. I may be saying it wrong, but you get my point. All right. Awesome. Thank you, guys. Appreciate everyone.